This is our newest location. This is SGN Anderson. So this is a 13-bay facility. We have 7 open bays running right down here, and then we have 6 private bays on the other side of the facility. So these 13 bays, we were able to build all of these out in 2 weeks with a 6-man crew. The bay build out consists of the cage, the ballistic nylon, the cabinets, all the trim work, the furniture, the TVs, running all the Ethernet lines for the internet, running all the cable lines. So all that was done in a 2-week period. We do hire general contractors to do the actual construction of the building, which is kind of floors, putting in the restrooms and all of that stuff. But the cage install itself was a 2-week process with 6 people. So we'll go into one of our private bays and show you kind of the difference between a private bay and an open bay. They're pretty similar. They do have a different cabinet over here. We have ramp systems too that'll stick down. So once we get the swing cameras for the TrackMan, we're actually going to run the camera wire through this right here. And then the cage system, you can do just the front of the cage, or you can do the cage that builds out. And it'll, as long as it fits in the room, you can do a full cage system and still utilize the main rack here so that you can have your projector and your TrackMan, everything in one spot. So for this installation video, we're going to show you the finished product first. With the cage system, you can just connect the cages together, so you can just keep going down the line. We've got 7 of them set up here. And for the finished product, we use melamine for the pony walls here. So the 2x4s get attached directly to the cage, and then the melamine screws into the 2x4s. And then all the trim work is just PVC to make it nice and easy to keep clean. We do manufacture these cabinets ourselves. This is a custom PC, but this cabinet's actually made on a CNC machine, so this can be customized to fit any computer. And then we go with a double screen setup. This is a 27-inch touchscreen, and then this is a 24-inch, but you could do 27-27 or 24-24, whatever, however you want to set that up. Because these cabinets are customized, there's a lot of options we can do with these too. We can put custom logos, custom signage, anything like that on the cabinets. We do manufacture the pads also, and you have the ability to go, because this is an 8-foot section, you can go 2-4-2 and have the pads run all the way to the screen, and then go 4-4. We go with this, which gives us a little bit more flexibility on the screen size. We also manufacture the grass catcher mesh nylon ceiling pieces right here. So these are made out of the same material that a push mower grass catcher would be made out of. And then all the baffles and the side pieces are made from ballistic nylon. We also manufacture that. We've got our own screen materials, and then the backer screen is actually made from the same material as the ceiling screen. The same material, the backer screen is just white, and the ceiling material is black. So in this video, we're going to take you step by step, walk you through the whole process of putting up the cage, putting in the pads, installing the screen, the ceiling pieces, and then this will be the finished product. This is going to be an installation video for SGN Golf for the cage system. So we've got the plans here. These are going to be all the pieces. So these are the side pieces. These are all the corner connectors. These are the pins to put them together. These are the extender pins. And these are the long pieces that'll go across. So the one thing you need to make sure keeping track of. These are the ones that are going to get bolted down, so you want to look for the ones that have the plates drilled to them. So we'll just go ahead. And start laying these things out to where they go. So now that we've got the cage up and the cage bolted down, we're going to put the 2x4s into the brackets. And all we need to do for that is slide them in place and then screw them in at the attachment points. We'll go ahead and knock all these out. So now that we got the walls studded, we're just going to bring in some 4x8 sheeting and we'll shoot the sheeting up and then we'll be ready to install the pads next. So now we're going to put up the ceiling piece. For the ceiling, you want to have this Velcro strip facing the front of the bay, because this is what's going to attach the baffle from the ceiling to the screen. It needs to be facing down and into the back. So we'll go ahead and start putting this up. So now we're going to install the pads. There's a couple ways to do it. You can glue these up. You can put a stick-on Velcro and Velcro on them. We're just going to go ahead and shoot them up with a brad nailer. The ballistic nylon, the nail goes right through and holds it up. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. So now we're going to put up the backer screen here, and it's the exact same process for the backer screen as it is for the main screen. It's just going to be 6-inch bungees on the top and the bottom, and then 9-inch bungees on the side. But we have different size screens and backers, so there's a couple different options for this. But for this one, we're just going to do 6, 6, and then 9 on the sides. So just as a recap, kind of what we did, we put up the cage. That took us about an hour. We sheeted the walls and put up the 2x4s. That was another 30 minutes. And then it was about 15 minutes to put up the backer screen on the top piece, and then another 15 minutes for the side pieces. So we were able to get this whole thing built in roughly 2 hours to get it to this point. And then we'll show you over here. We're not going to put on the main screen because the floor is dirty and we don't want to get the main screen dirty, but the main screen install is exactly like the backer screen. It just will sit in front, and then we'll have baffling that Velcros to the ceiling here. It'll come down and then it'll Velcro to the main screen, and then it'll be the same type of system on the side pieces where you'll have ballistic nylon right here and Velcro to the main screen, and you have a completed cage system, and then all you need to do is finish up the